I'm Shy XL, man. And let me tell you something. We different over here. We big steppers. Let's go.
Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. Yo, what you say? No, we don't play you out your mind. Watch what you say, that type of shit could get you lined. And if you search, then let me tell you what you'll find. The city's mine. Just a mud who became the pick of the litter. Now my name ring bells when you talk heavy hitters. Nice nigga, but don't make me transform like Thriller. Sam Cooke a nigga beat like I was born by the river. Go get her, you piss her, you get off of the shitter. Can't put you in the spotlight, you niggas are with her. Keep an eye open round for any nigga that slither. Cause it ain't no sunshine here like Bill Withers, whoa. Fuck you know about this life I live. How you gon' talk to me like I ain't lose no rib? Like I ain't lose no crib, ain't lose no kid. Ain't sleep in my car and I ain't lose no gig. Shit, I never gave an order that I ain't did. And I ain't never take a fucking thing that I wouldn't give. Always kept it a bill, homie, I ain't fib. And if I had to go sit, then I just do my bid. Yo, my whole team full of steel beams we can't fold. Your whole circle full of some squares you can't roll. That's why we always take it to levels you can't go. Talk shit, but you can see me with these hands though. If looks to kill like Cyclops, these niggas wanna see me in Pine Box. Know that on my watch, got a better chance to rewind clocks. When you quit nigga when time stops, bitch. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa.
This flow is award-winning. Torment them, bomb to death, I'm bored with them. Trash him, throw him away with the has-beens. Ice cold with the flow, I'm Alaskan. You was in the fucking jungle in the past tense. I be with the lions, they my friends, Carol Baskins. And like her, they'll never find a body. Tiger stripe tracksuit, feeling like Joe Exotic. Shit, I don't know what it is, but I know I got it. Feeling like Alonzo, surgical with the shotty. All you see is skull and bones, Illuminati. Probably, I be the illest nigga to do it. I just talk shit on the beat and they call it music. I just come provide you with heat, remain the coolest. You ain't never been in the street with all the shooters. I was sipping yak with rioters and looters. Gotta keep my boots laid, shoot straight. Run up on you with the deuce 8 in a screw face. It's bad out here, my style effortless. 2 hands hugging a Ruger, so affectionate. Lot of suckers don't want war, I'm respecting it. Biggest stepper, snatch your plate, the hood starving. Cause they got beard shoe trades like James Harden. Straight from NY to Philly, we still mobbing.
Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. 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 Whoa.
Alright. We gonna take it to the new school right now. My man Shaw. South Cat. Holding it down. You know we waiting on y'all. We sit back waiting on them chariots. Hey yo Shaw, let them know, come on.
Talking about how much money you got, but in reality the Lord just got you there to watch it fall. What's gonna save you in the end, boy, if you don't know, comprehend. Choose knowledge over silver and gold. No, we ain't the same, I'm in the UPK. Ordained by the Lord to drop the jewels to poverty. The poverty, it looks so wild when we out on this bitch. And no, we don't play no games, so stay home, little kids. It's like a sword what we say, but it's in the game like EA. Boy, know your lane like freeways, or I have to see like CJ. I got my grind and replay, but I want your life like relay. I'm at they neck, cause I'm up next, nigga. In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown, uptown. Niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now, up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay. Got money paying tithes for me. My people starving like some damn puppies. I'm a big dog, use a damn puppet. The lowest nigga in the school can probably show you something. Somebody bring me some wine. Is that my baby? That's Lil' Bae. I call her that cause she whine. I'm in my mood, that's all the way. I should've been named prime time. But I'm a prince, so call me Shaw, and I'll be quite fine. Yeah. Chariot and I'm whipping. I whip it like a new slave, the rose is different. Whip a devil for fun cause he looks suspicious. Can't take the heat, we'll get your pussy ass off my list. Remember the days of old, could've booked the vision. I got a penny in my pocket so I can't afford to skip it. Can't afford to forget it. Affected by it, me and my niggas. Dear Lord, let me get them, okay. In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown. Uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit what batter up now. Up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay.
You already know we preach the prophets of the Lord.
Ooh, 27 Club.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP can't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP can't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third can't be been in here, J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31, yeah. This is not a drill, I be 30'd up, yeah. He about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no scully on. It's one West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the plate, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, I guess he wanna fold. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell him we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She unhappy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP can't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hillstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UP can't nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. LeBron ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me, yeah, where I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with the extra, that's on the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Broke bitches, yeah, they done that, give me a heart attack. You see the banner, but my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. And don't be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, they was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit.
Yeah, Charlotte. Ramadan between stand on the Akadam, turn to face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 to 13. Habanah, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shankat, Yahweh, Malakatka, Aba'ah, Atazaka, Hayah, Haisha, Barakazah, Kawah, Hayah, Shemayim, Atanganah, Lacham, Kal, Wam, Wasalaknanah, Kabawakna, Katsalakna, Kabawakina, Wala'a, Kabiyana, Bansawan, Ball, Kabshana, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Cut, Malakwa, Waha'al, Wahapara, I will love you. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Pray for the cock in Hebrew. Power, Yahweh, Yahweh, Babakusha, the thunder note, the cock, Baraba'ah, Kalamakalak, Wakal Madawa, the cock, Akahar, Amatazarayu, the cock, Ahapi, Amapi, the cock. What? The guard, son. Simi outside. In English, Yahweh. The name Yahweh. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. Power to cleanse the lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. And then Yahweh. Thank you so big. For the bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh Simi Yahweh. Baraklanah. Wayashala. Wahabaya. Sapari. Bashim Yahweh. In English, Yahweh. In any house. Bless us in Yahweh. Every school. In any house. Thank you so big. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayungi. Al-Hahari. Mayan. Yama'ah. Azari. Ma'ani. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Warakazah. Al-Yathan. Ramuwa. Rahalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamar. Hana. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yashan. Shawabal. Yasha. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazolka. Ayah. Yamika. Yawamam. Hashamash. Ikaka. Bayrak. Malayala. Yahweh. Yashamaka. Makarai. Yashamar. Atapasta. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabu'aka. Maita. Wa'ai. Avalon. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. This time forth, and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim. Adam Ya Laka. Al Takarash. Wa Al Tashqua. Al Kayahana. Abu Yabika. Yahama Yawan. Wa Mashanayaka. Sha'awa Ra'ash. Al Aimaka. Ya'awayamwa. Sawa. Waya. Saya Aitazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakwa. Wanakakidan. Magawi. Wala'a. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwa. Kaya. Nawa Aitazawa. La. Yakharu. Ayaka. Barya. Yakarath. Ahalia. Arawam. Waya Shemayaliam. Bawaba. Wahagari. Kabal. Wa Amwan. Wa Amalak. Parashat. Amishag. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Aiman. Ayawa. Zarwai. Labanya Lawa. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadi. Kasiyah Sara'ah. Kayadi. Banachal. Koyashwan. Nashamaru. Bayanga Ark. Ayawa. Daman. Ladam. Shadam. Nadaya Mawa. Kairab. Wakazab. Wakazabak. Wakazalmanai. Kal Nasir Kamba. Ashar. Amarwa. Nairashah. Lanawa. Af. Nawa. Alahaya. Alahaya. Kayatamu. Kagogala. Kakwash. Kapanya Raka. Kaash. Sabaiwa Yaiwa. Wakalahaba. Kalahat. Haryam. Khan Dardatu. Basaiwaka. Wabasa Wupafka. Kabalaham. Mala'a. Hanyaham. Kwalawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wayabahalwa. Ari'ai. Wayakaparu. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kayatha. Shamka. Yahawa. Labarka. Al-Yawan. Ka. Al-Rataza. In English, keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Yasha'ala may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. Ask the Sisera. Ask the Jabin. At the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. If the nobles like Oreb and like Zed, yea, or the princes as Sabbath and as Solomon, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Hold my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their face with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. And let me know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Pray for the power structure in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Wa me'aka al. Wa ala hayy. Atazab ya'a ala wap yahana. Ha'alwap yam. Ha'sarayim. Akotazayam yam. Ha'chayayar yam. Wa ha'achwat yam. Yahweh. Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Rahman. In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, the name Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. So I can front. You're shopping, be seated. All right. Shalom, Israel. Y'all Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakathum to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Latam Bashim Yahweh Shai to the sisters. We are the Isupk, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commanding General Yohanan. We are not affiliated with any other organizations. Israel, pay your tithes. You can go straight to isupk.com and get that settled. This is Isupk Milwaukee, live with the Sabbath service. Last week we had left off in Exodus. We're picking up from verse 10. It's like chapter 28, verse 10. So we all got
28, verse 10.
Come. Inside the priest and officer of 500, Kananya, his amazing family, his rib, Yahweh, joining us in the chat. Shalom, sis. So we'll be reading in the Hebrew and then breaking everything down in English. Any questions, comments, or concerns, you can feel free to engage in the chat. Try to keep it on topic, as this is the Sabbath service and not just a regular class where anybody can just come in to say, do, act, whatever they want. There is an agenda for this. So we are in Exodus chapter 28, starting at verse 11. Maishah, Tharash, Aban, Pathwakia, Saki, Pathwakia, Chatham, Tapathak, Ah, Shathia, Habanya, Ay, Shamath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Masabath, Mashabat Tazawat, Zahab, Taisha, Atom, verse 12. Washamat, Af, Shathia, Habanya, Ayo, Kathapath, Hapat, Abanya, Zakaran, Labanya, Yasha'ala, Wanasha'at, Aaron, Af, Shamwat, Slack, Shamwat, Shamutham, Lapanya, Yahweh, Ab, Shati, Kathapiawa, Lazakaran. Verse 13. Waishiat, Mashabatazah, Zahab, verse 14. Washathia, Sharath, Zahab, Tawor, Magabalat, Taisha, Atham, Maisha, Abat, Wa Nathatha. Af. Shasharat. Sharsharat. Sharasharat. Slack. Habatha. Out. Hamashabatazat. Again, all phones on mute. Alarms, ringers. Verse 15. Waishiat. Tashan. Mashpa. Maisha. Tasha. Kamaisha. Apat. Daishanmu. Zahab. Thakalat. Waragaman. Watha Walaith. Shanya. Washasha. Mashazar. Taisha. Athwa. Verse 16. Rabawai. Yahaya. Kapawal. Zarath. Arakawa. Wazarath. Rachabu. Verse 17. Mala'ath. Bawa. Mala'ath. Aban. Arabai. Tawarayam. Aban. Tawar. Adam. Patat. Patara. Barakwa. Hatawar. Ha'achad. Back into the English. We're in Exodus chapter 28, verse 11. And again, this is still going off of the orders of operations on how we make sacrifices, what we would wear. We went over the garments that Aaron would wear and his sons and the priesthood. So we are in Exodus chapter 28, verse 11. Whenever you're ready, Tabak, let them know where you're at. Kick it off.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 28, verse 11. Say, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, shall thou engrave the two stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold.
So again, the whole concept here is everything is done and established for the nation of Israel, for the chosen people that God had ordained for this task, to be the priesthood unto him. This Bible is the culture and the records of Israel, some of our interactions with other nations, but that is the base and the foundation of these records. So when people try to graft in other nations and even try to just say, well, that was the Old Testament, we got the New Testament with Yahushua, so things have changed. You just have to show where Yahushua had ever went against the Old Testament, because even though the kingdom had broken apart, and even in Jeremiah we had broken the covenant, the promise was still for those that were under the Old Testament to be redeemed under our mediator in the New Testament, who is Jesus Christ. In Hebrew, known as Yahushua Mashiach. That would have been his official title in the culture, in the language of his culture. So the names of Israel would be engraved on these stones. No other nation by name ever had this kind of relationship with the Most High. Good.
Verse 12. And thou shalt put the two stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stone of memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his two shoulders for a memorial. 13. And thou shalt make ouches of gold. 14. And two chains of pure gold at the ends. Of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to be ouches. 15. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod, thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it.
So this would also be a cut in spirit to organizations like GMS, who after they dirtied their bed sheets, they cut a hole in the middle of it to stick their head through, and then they hit the streets trying to prophesy to the people that they are also condemning at the same time and leading astray with different doctrines from these different organizations that, again, we are not affiliated with. You run the risk of them pushing for an agenda that they favor. So being able to interracially mix, being able to exact and exercise your sexual deviancy onto heathen nations. Maybe you just feel like dressing a certain way. Whatever the excuse is that is contrary to the scriptures is why we have to combat so hard other Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because there's only one doctrine, one truth, one baptism. There's only one priesthood at this time under Aaron. It's like, well, under the Levites, under Aaron more specifically, his sons. But you're going to see different instances where it talks about the priesthood being Levitical and Levi being the head of his tribe, for his namesake, Levi, the Levites. So you'll see instances where it's talking about the Levitical priesthood, and it's using that tribal family name for familiarity to just designate that was the people who was going to be running those plays. And this is the way that these brothers were going to be adorned and dressed up according to our culture, with our style of jewelry, with our style of linens put together in a, you could just say, aesthetically pleasing manner that, again, we of our own design. So, we're not copying how the Egyptians may have worn theirs because we're just coming out of Egypt, but something that would set us apart from these other cultures. Keep going.
Verse 16. Foursquare it shall be being double. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof.
So again, that was roughly about the size of your hand from the tip of your thumb to the tip of your pinky when your hand opened and spread out. That was about the size of a span. Go ahead.
17. And thou shalt set in it setting of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row.
So we're kind of overlapping a little bit from last week, just with the arrangement of the scriptures. So now we're just getting into the stones, the order on how it's going to be placed on the ephod. And I'm not sure if it's going to get to it here, but which tribe is represented with which stone. Right now, we're just going to kind of go over the descriptors on how this is going to look. And for those who may be so ambitious to try to recreate your own, you should think twice about just, throwing some rhinestones onto, a copper plate or something that you fished out of a trash can, and take this serious. You should get the class, so what's appropriate and what's inappropriate, and we can move from there. Going back into the Hebrew 28, Exodus chapter 28 and verse 18. Wahatawa, Hashanya, Napak, Sapayah, Wayahalam. Verse 19. Wahatawa, Hashalashiyashya, Lashon, Shabwa, Wa'achalama, verse 20. Wahatawar. Harabiah. Asarasias. Wasaham. Wayasapa. Mawabata, it's like a Mawabata Zayam. Zaha. Yahaiwa. But Malawa Thumb. Verse 21. Wahabanya. Tahayayan. Al. Shema. Banya Yasala. Shathyam. Aishara. Al. It's like Al Samatham. Hathawakaya. Kawatham. Ayash. Shamwa. The Haya Yayan. It's like the Haya Yan. It's like Shanya Lasanya. I saw. Shabbat. Verse 22. Waisiyat. Al. Hakhasan. Sharashat. Gabalat. Maisha. Abba. Zahab. Tahwar. Verse 23. Waisiyat. Al. Hakhasan. Shathiyat. Tabai Wat. Zahab. Wanatha. Ah. Shathiyat. Hatabai Wat. Like Hatabai Wat. Ah. Sanya. Kotazawat. Akashan. Verse 24. Wanatha. Ah. Shafyat. Ibatha. Hazahah. I. Shafyat. Katabaitha. Ah. Kotazawat. Hakashan. Back into the English. Exodus chapter 28, verses 18 through 24.
Book of Exodus, chapter 28, verse 18. And the second road shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. 19. In the third road, a ligure of agate and an amethyst. 20. And the fourth road, a beryl and an onyx and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their enclosings. 21. And the stone shall be with the name of the children of Israel. 12. According to their names, like the engraving of a signet. Everyone with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes.
And again, that's only according to the 12 tribes of Israel. I believe Ishmael was prophesied 12 sons as well. It's like I could be wrong on the if there was an exact number given. Go ahead. 12 princes. And become a great, powerful nation. But this is very specific to the 12 tribes of Israel, to the 12 sons of Jacob, whose name, of course, was changed to Israel. And that specific family's lineage going forward. Keep going.
22. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains at the ends of written work of pure gold. 23. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the two rings on the two ends of the breastplate. 24. And thou shalt put the two wooden chains of gold in the two rings which are on the ends of the breastplate.
Back into the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 28, verse 25. Wa'at. Shatia. Kutazawat. Shatia. Ha'abatat. Tathan. A. Shatia. Hamashabata Zawat. Wanatata. A. Kathapawat. Ha'apa. All. Mawal. Paniyawa. Verse 26. Wa'isiyat. Shatia. Tabayawat. Zahab. Washama. Atham. A. Shunya. Kutazwat. Hakashan. A. Shapathwa. Ashar. Ayo. Ibar. Hapa. Bayath. It's like Bayatha. Verse 27. Waishiat. Shathia. Tabayawat. Zahab. Wanathatha. Atham. Ayo. Shathia. Kathapwa. Hapwa. Malamata. Mamawa. Panywa. Laimath. Machabarathu. Mamael. Lachashab. Ha'apawad. Verse 28. Wayarakasawa. Ath. Hakashan. Mataba Thayawa. It's like Mataba Thayawa. All. Tabayatha. Hapa. Tabathayal. Thakalat. Lahaywa. Al. Kashab. Hapawa. Wala'a. Yazak. Hakashan. Ma'al. Hapawa. Verse 29. Wanasha. Aron. Af. Shamwa. Banya. Yasha'ala. Bakashan. Hamashapa. Ay. Labuwa. Babawa. Al. Hakwadash. Lazakaran. Lapanya. Yahweh. Lamayad. Verse 30. Wanatha. Al. Cheshan. Hamashpa. Af. How are you? Wa'af. Atamayam. Wahaywa. Ay. La. Aran. Bawa. Lapanya. Yahweh. Wanasha. Aran. Af. Mashpa. Banya. Yasha'al. Ay. Labuwa. Lapanya. Yahweh, Hathayah, it's like Thamayah, it's like verse 31. Waishiach, Af, Mayah, Ha'awa, Kalayallah, it's like Kalayah, Thakalak. Back into the English. Exodus chapter 28, verses 25 to 31.
Exodus chapter 28 and 20, verse 25. And the other two ends of the two wreathen chains thou shalt fasten in the two ouches, and put them in the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. 26. And thou shalt make two rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the two ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward.
And like this is the cool part about it, you know, that this was the stuff that would make me kind of fall asleep in church, because just going over it being very descriptive, being very repetitive. It's not talking about wars, ain't nobody dying over here. We're talking about how niggas getting dressed. But the details about this are so righteous and important to understand and go over because of how this pertains to our culture. So when we actually start making these and rocking them, and people are asking, well, how, what, and why, we can go back to these scriptures, our records, and point it out. Well, this was how it was described. This is how we fashioned it. These are the stones. This is the material. And some of this stuff might be hard to come by. For a plate this size, so again, thinking a span from the tip of your pinky to the tip of your thumb, to side by side, and from top to bottom, that's how big the golden breastplate was supposed to be. The plate that all these precious stones were going to be mounted on. That's a lot of gold. That like even back then, that's a significant amount of gold. Maybe even back then, it wasn't that big of a deal to them. Probably a lot more in abundance, wasn't as coveted by other nations as it is today. But that's a lot of gold. A 9x9, roughly 9x9 inch square plate, faceted and fitted for these stones, plus the rings that bind the chains to it, the chain being made out of gold, the wreath, the wreathing work, the chain loops. Like, this would be expensive today. Plus, you got to get diamonds for it. You got to get sapphires for it. You got to get emeralds and topaz and amethyst. Those are things that can be tough to come by if you ain't got the bread for it, or if you didn't grow up on a diamond mine. So, to the best of our abilities, if we chose to recreate this right now, we could use our better judgment in substituting certain stones and certain material. I can't afford that much gold to buy. I'm sorry, I cannot give you one of these right now, but I can do it in brass. we can make something happen. And instead of a diamond, you know, you just might use crystal. There's some pure crystal out there too that'll shine very bright and still be what's the word? It's like you're skipping a blank on it, but material wise, it's not rhinestone, it's not glass, it's not ceramic, it's an actual, you know, piece of the earth in its natural form, polished up, set in brass or bronze, and now we're ready to rock. And we'd still be keeping true to the authenticity of our culture from way back when. Keep going.
Verse 27. And the two other rings of gold thou shalt make, and shalt put them on the two sides of the ephod underneath, towards the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. 28. And they shall bind the breastplate of the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it might be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. 29.
Back into the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 28, verse 29.
I think you went on the way to 30, huh?
Mm-hmm. Go to 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31. Yep, you're right.
Verse 29.
To 31, my fault. Yeah.
Verse 29. And Aaron shall bear the name of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment.
So shout out to God, Ban Israel. Shalom. If you don't mind me asking, where you coming from? Where you coming from? The water for joining the Sabbath service? Shalom to you and yours. Let us know where you at, man. There's probably a school right by you. Keep going.
I'm starting in verse 29. And Aaron shall bear the name of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart when he goes in unto the holy place for memorial before the Lord continually.
So again, he's not rocking this stuff on his way to the slavery. He's not doing this at a Christian concert or festival. He's doing this when he enters into the temple for the Most High to conduct his priest work. And it said the judgment, it's like, and Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart. So that's signifying his authority, his rank, his office, his authority as the judges, as the appointed judges for the nation of Israel. Like God, I'll just say how you spell it by Israel. Connecticut, yeah, man, we got some schools out that way. There's Connecticut. I know that's East Coast. It's right by New York and New Jersey, I think, Pennsylvania. We got schools out there in Philly, in New York, in Jersey, and in Connecticut. Like it. Yeah, definitely link up with them brothers out there.
Boston,
Austin, yep, a little farther north. Most sound correct. All right, keep going.
Verse 30. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim.
The Urim and the Thummim. What we would have used back then to cast lots, similar to how we would see dice today. A similar kind of concept. Good.
And there shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. Verse 31. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue.
Now we got, coincidentally, I'm wearing a blue robe today. I'm wearing my blue vesture. On the inside, got a line with like burgundy. And there's a lot of care that goes into these garments too. Priest still 1,000 here to Baganaz. Excellent tailor, absolutely excellent and efficient brother. This man here do a little bit of everything. Build you a house, 3-course meal, 3-piece soup. You know what I'm saying? So this is you're seeing us exercising our culture and not having to water it down. Made by hand, you ain't gonna get this on Amazon. This wasn't made in a Cambodian sweatshop. This was made in our living spaces with our sewing machines by our hands, the same way that it would have been done traditionally in these times as well, when they were reestablishing themselves as a nation coming out of captivity. Sabbath?
So like you said, so that means, that our nation, Israel, is responsible to make our own garments. We cannot depend on the other nation making it for us, because we need to let the world know what we was able to do in the past, and we are burning again, to do our business, to create our nation, our style, our everything.
That's right. Listen, I feel weird if some North Korean was making my garments.
Right.
I'd feel a little bit weird about it.
Right.
They're not going to take the same care with it. They're just going to, follow. They might follow the directive under penalty of destruction, but I don't think they're going to take the same care as we would for the presentation, for the authenticity of it. They're just doing it for their survival. I don't want, desperate hands working on our garments, but they are going to be set to task for many things, building, rebuilding this society, houses, buildings, businesses, whatever our imagination may stretch to. My daughter needs a stable for her My Little Pony collection, a life-size stable, 30 feet tall. She needs lakefront beach property for her rock collection. Like, even if it's something that dumb, we're gonna have people set the task for it. There are certain things though that, and I don't know if this would necessarily be unlawful to have them do it, but there's just certain things that I wouldn't want them to take part in. And some of that, very culturally significant to us, that they just, it's not gonna affect them in the same way, whether they succeed or fail.
Salaki, sir.
Good.
What y'all saying is so heavy, because this is the whole reason of Zephaniah 2:1. When the Lord said to gather yourselves together, the reason why Black businesses, Hispanic, Native Indian businesses are failing today in America is because we haven't learned the art of self-love and self-preservation. But once we actually do what we're doing here in the UPK as a nation and come together as one people, then we'll start to see how much better we are than everybody else.
That's enough for that, brother. That's enough. I'm up here from Florida recently. Man, that's absolutely an important point to this whole thing, because we've got the skill set to get this done ourselves. We don't need to outsource to other nations. You just might not want to do it. Maybe you got a million other things that need your attention. You can pass one of these small matters off to somebody else, but gathering together, discovering our talents, our interests, these cultural ties that bind us together as a people. I think it holds more value. It's like it holds more value and weight, spiritually, even, to have us put our hands to work for these items specifically.
It's like
It's
about having a monopoly on
right
too. Like you said before, like these Asians, they come over here. You know what I'm saying? We taught them how to make fried chicken.
Yep.
They come over here, they try to have a monopoly on the fried chicken, and they go, the Chinese stores.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about having a monopoly on stuff. We 12 tribes. We all good at different things, right? We can have a monopoly on a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? But the gum said, man, it's about coming together, man. And, we all sharing that benefit of having a monopoly and different.
Damn right. And again, it's like if you were finished.
Yeah.
It's like and again that goes back to the importance on the care that we're going to have for it. Yeah, just for example, like in every neighborhood, the gas stations, the corner stores, the liquor stores, and all that, run by heathens. And those buildings, the building is run down. There's nothing but trash all over the place. Brothers passed out on a bus stop with their malt liquor, and they don't have any incentive to clean up the neighborhood because they're just there for the money. Send back home. Somebody else can come back in 7 years, tax free, take it back over, and they can repeat that cycle, providing for the whole family for generations, passing it on down. Whereas if we had the monopoly on goods and services in our communities like that, we would naturally want to take care of the neighborhood, clean up the buildings. You got some of these shops out here that, half of the letters on the banner are falling off. Cracked windows, chipped concrete, broken steps, and again, just garbage all over the place. The inside smells like their bathrooms. Yeah. It's just, and we don't have. I don't know if we just lost momentum. We lost interest in trying to improve our living conditions and quality of life. But they sure as hell don't care about the stacks up. So, I mean, yeah, if we had it our way, Milwaukee wouldn't look like this. Chicago wouldn't look like that. We're about to go to Chicago today after this for camp. So, anybody that lives there, the brother from Connecticut, I'm sure you know exactly what we're talking about. The cities, the neighborhoods, the corner stores that make all that money off us. They don't care how trashy the neighborhood looks.
It's like, sir.
Good.
Got a question.
Sure.
It said, God bun Israel said, if I may, I know they will build our walls, but is it lawful for the heathen to make things? Salakia, is it lawful for the heathens to make things that will build, Salakia, that will be inside of the temple?
And I can double check on this. I don't believe it's going to be unlawful.
Yeah. That's right. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna build our cities, they're gonna build everything else. But just like in times past, when they're on the temple, we gonna build the temple.
Our menorahs, our chalices, the scroll, the stands, things like that.
The holy stuff that we consider holy, we want to do ourselves. That's right. You gotta go back to the story when that king wanted to help us build a temple. What we tell him.
All right, there we go. Excellent example.
Yeah, we told him that we'll build it ourselves. This is our responsibility too. This is considered the work. You know what I'm saying? The Romans. That's, you know what I'm saying? The service of God. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the services of God. That temple.
God will come.
No heathens ain't gonna touch it. Any of them heathens be near that temple, man. It's cold. That's right. It's gonna be, that's worthy of war. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Connor, we'll kind of clap it up for. That answered the question on online there. Oh yeah. All right, so back into the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 28, verse 32. Yeah. Right there. Exodus chapter 28, verse 32. Bahayaha, Bayah, Ra'ashwa, Bathwakwa, Shapa, Yahya, Lapaya, Laslaki, Lapaywa, Sabayab, Maisha, Arak, Kapaya, Thachara, Yahya, Lawa, La'a, Yakorai. Verse 33. Waishiyah, I, Shawal Yawa, Ramanya, Thakala, Waragaman, Watha Walaith, Sanya, I, Shawalua, Sabaya, Wapaimanya, Zaha, Wathawakam, Sabaya, verse 34, Paiman, Zaha, Waramawan, Paiman, Zaha, Waramawan, Ah, Shawalia. Hamayal, Sabaya, verse 35. It's like Wahayawa, I, Aran, La Sharat, Wana Shamai, Kwawalu, Babawa, All, Hakurash, Lapanya, Yahweh. Wabal Tazaathwa, Wala'a, Yamawat, verse 36. Waishiat, the Tayataza, Zaha, Tahwar, Lapathaka, it's like a Wapathaka, Ayawa, Pathawachia, Chatham, Kodash, Layaw, verse 37. Washamat, Athwa, Ayah, Pathayal, Thakalat, Wahaya, Ayah, Al Hamatazapana. It's like it. Al Hamatazanapa. All. Mawal. Punyan. Hamatazanapa. Hamatazanapa. It's like it. Yahya. Verse 38. Wahaya. Al Matazat. Aran. Wanashat. Aran. Af. Iwal. It's like it. Iwan. Wakwadashi. Ashar. Yaquadiyashwa. Banya Yasha'ala. Lakal. Mathana. Wadashyaham. Wahaya. Ayah. Al Matazakwa, Thamaya, Lara Tazawan, Laham, Lapanya, Yahweh, verse 39. That's just like it. That's it for those 7 in Hebrew, back into the English. Exodus chapter 28, verses 32.
Yeah. Exodus chapter 28, verse 32. And there shall be an hole in the top of it. In the midst thereof, it shall have binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of a habergeon, that it be not rent. 33. And beneath upon them of it, thou shalt make pomegranate of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about. 34. A golden bell of pomegranate, a golden band of pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. 35. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goes in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, that he die not.
So again, really taking that servitude, that priesthood, serious. So similar to how we had opened up with the Shapar and the prayers, similar effect in how we would have carried it back then. This isn't meant to be quiet as a church mouse, where you can hear a pin drop during the prayers or during any of our high holy day observances. It's you're meant to be married. You're meant to celebrate it. might piss the neighbors off a little bit, but it's something that one of the many characteristics I looked for in finding us a school building was so that when we are celebrating our high holy days and we got the music going, we got the prayers going, we're sounding the shofar, the horn, that we're not going to disturb nobody else. The whole world is going to hear the cries of Israel, the practices that we keep. It's not a hidden thing now. It's not going to be hidden, when this time comes either. But it's meant for us to, how the scripture say, cry aloud and spare not. It's meant for us to rehearse the righteous acts, and all of these are customary to it, in accordance with even how Aaron and the Levites had done. Keep going.
Good.
Good.
That makes me think about, when the scripture says right here about, Aaron being the priest, all right, and they say it about the bell of bell and a pomegranate, and it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and the sound shall be heard. Don't you think about that? What Christianity has used, when they have the bell and they sound the bell, right. I guess I'm guessing right there, that's where they got it from, because that's the sound they use, to announce when they are going to have the mass, put it that way. I guess that's what they get it from. What you think, sir?
There could be some tie into that. For us, it was ornamental. But even our outfits made noise. Even our garments were loud, where these beautiful, deep and bright colors of the scarlet, the blue, the purple, with decorated with the pomegranates and the golden bells. It was flashy, it was presentable, it was an eye catcher. They probably did. Obviously, their influences of the Bible were mixed and matched with their pagan cultures as well. Maybe they had some noisemakers too, and they just saw that ours were better. It looks better, sounds better, and they adopted that as well. It's their history is so messed up. Who knows what the hell's going through their heads? Speaking in tongues and exorcising demons. Healing the crippled people that signed up to be in a wheelchair. It's that's not what this is supposed to be about. What does brother say in Gad in Israel? We have to make noise. Deuteronomy 4:7. Let's see what Deuteronomy 4:7 says real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 7. For what nation is there so great who hath God so nigh unto them as the Lord our God, as in all things that we call upon for him? I'm getting the right words here. Hey, you're not wrong. And that we call upon for him. Yes, I mean, when we're praying, in church, modern churches, and even in the Muslim mosques, they pray very silently, very quiet. And then they might bastardize some of the scriptures talking about, got to pray behind closed doors in the closet and shit. It doesn't mean go into your, empty out your clothes in the dresser and step into the closet, make some prayers, and then, put everything back and you're done. It's not meant to be always on display for public acknowledgement. We're not putting on a show or a song and dance. We are absolutely crying out to the Most High, calling out for him, and we're seeing the prescription for it in these scriptures, in these records, about how how his sound shall be heard when he goes into the holy place. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely taking the culture serious. Going back into the Hebrew.
36, right?
Oh, you didn't go all the way. It's like you didn't read them all.
36, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Should be through 39.
36. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, engrave upon it, like the engraving of a signet, holiness to the Lord. 37. And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it might be upon the mitre. Upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be. 38. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron might bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they might be accepted before the Lord.
So back to the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 28, verse 39.
39?
No, stop at 38.
Okay.
22, the 32, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, 38. Yep. 243, 1, 2. Okay. Exodus chapter 28, verse 39 in the Hebrew. Wa Shabbat Tazah. Hakatanah. Shashah. Wa Ishiach. Mataz and Apath. Shashah. Wa Abanah. Taisha. Maisha. Raquam. Verse 40. Wa Labanya. Aran. Taisha. Tathanah. Waishiach. Laham. Abanatim. Magabai Wat. Taisha. Laham. Lakabawa. Walatha Parak. Verse 41. Wahal Labashat. Atham. Ak. Aran. Achayak. It's like it. Achayaka. Wa'at. Banyuwa. Athwa. Wamashakat. Atham. Wamalaat. Ah. Yaram. Wakwarash. It's like it. Yeah, it's like it. Wakwada shot. Yeah, Wakwada shot. Atham. Wakahan. Laya. Verse 32. Waisha. Laham. Makanasia. Ba. Lakasawat. Bashar. Arawa. Mamathanya. Wa'ai. Yarakayam. Wahaiwa. Verse 43. Wahaiwa. Aran. Wa'ai. Banyuwa. Babaman. Socket. Babaam. All. Ahal. Mawai. Awa. Bagashatham, all, Amazabak, Lasharaf, Bakurash, Wala'a, Yasha'aw, Awan, Wamathawa, Kharaf, Iwalam, Lawa, Wala Zarai, Achar Yawan. It's like Achar Yawa. Exodus chapter 29, verse 1. Wazah. It's like Wazahat. Hadabar. Ashar. Taisha. Laham. Laquadash. Atham. Lakahan. Layah. Laquak. Parak. Achad. Bambaquar. Wayalam. Shanyam. The Mayamam, verse 2. Walacham. Matazawat. Wachalat. Matazah. Balawala. Bashaman. Wara Koya Koya. Matazawat. Mashach. Slack. Mashachayam, Bashaman, Salat, Tatayam, Ta'aksha, Atham. Back into the English. Exodus chapter 28, verses 39 through 43, and then Exodus chapter 29, verses 1 and 2.
Verse 39. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. 40. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles and bonnets shalt thou make for them for glory and for beauty. 41. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron's thy brother and his sons with him, and shalt anoint them and consecrate them and sanctify them, that they might minister unto me in the priest's office. 42. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, from the loins even unto the things they shall reach. 43.
So those would have been like your undergarments, like a t-shirt. Like a t-shirt, would traditionally used as an undergarment. Now you can have t-shirts that are, a little bit bigger, made of maybe a thicker material, that are appropriate for the outerwear as well. But that's not to replace your priestly garments by just slapping some fringes on. It's not how this works. Keep going.
43. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in a holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him.
So you can't be unclean when you're going to perform these services. You can't be a sinner. You can't have just unalive somebody and then throw on your priestly garments and go conduct Sabbath service and act like everything's going to be okay. I can't remember if we had already went over this in Exodus, but it's even got scripture saying if you've got a problem with somebody, before you come and make sacrifice and pray to the Most High, you got to go squash that problem that you got with that individual. You can't come in here high on drugs, pack cigarettes in your pocket, and expect to be able to conduct the priestly offices. You know, the world that we live in today, it's very tolerant, it's very accepting, because you know God knows what's in your heart, right? So you can bang on your tambourine and wear as a man, dress up as a woman, but you know, count yourself amongst the people. That's an American thing. That's an Edomite, a so-called white man thing. We can see here in the scriptures that you are to be, you know, without iniquity when you come in to do this service. Keep going.
Exodus 29, verse 1. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them, to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take 1 young bullock and 2 rams without blemish. 2. And unleavened bread and cakes unleavened, tempered with oil. And wafers unleavened, anointed with oil of wheaten flour shalt thou make them.
All right, back into the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 29, verse 3. Wanatha, Awtham, I saw, Achad, Wahakwarabah, Atham, Basal, like Basal, Wa'ah, Hapa, Wa'ah, Shanya, Ha'alayam, verse 4, Wa'ah, Aran, Wa'ah, Banyawah. The Quarayah, Al, the Thak, Ahal, Mawai, Warachatazah, Atham, Bamayam, verse 5. Walakukaf, Af, Abagani, Wahala Bashak, Af, Aran, Af, Hakathana, Wa'af, Ma'awalam, Ha'pa, Wa'af, Ha'pa, Wa'af, Ha'kashan, Wa'apadat, Lawa, Bachashab, it's like Ha'apa, verse 6. Washamath, Hamat Zainapath, I, Rashawa, Wanatha, Af, Nazar, Hakwadash, Ayo, Hamat Zainapath, verse 7. Walakukat, Af, Shaman, Hamashakah, Wayad Tazak, it's like Wayad Tazakwah, I, Rashawa, Wamashakah, Athwa, verse 8, Wa'at, Banyuwa, the Quarayat, Wahal Labashatham, Kathanach, verse 9, Wachagarat, Atham, Abanat, Aran, Wabanyuwa, Wachab Bashath, Laham, Magabai Tha, Wahayatha, Laham, Kahna, Lachukwath, Aulam. Wamala'af, Yad, Aran, Wayad, Banyuwa. Back into the English. Exodus chapter 29, verses 3 through 10.
Chapter 29, verse 3. And thou shalt put them into one basket, and bring them in the basket with the bullock of the 2 rams. 4. And Aaron and his sons thou shalt bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shalt wash them with water. 5. And thou shalt take the garments and put upon Aaron the coat and the robe and the ephod
of the ephod,
and the ephod and the breastplate, and gird him with curious girdle of the ephod. 6. And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. 7. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. 8. And thou shalt bring his sons and put coats upon them. 9. And thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them. And the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons.
And that's the way that it would have maintained had we not broken the covenant. It would have been, the Most High never would have sent Yahushua in to mediate and redeem us back to the covenant that we had broken previously. That was verse 9.
Okay.
Back into the Hebrew. Verse 10, my fault. Did you read verse 10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay, my fault. All right, so back into the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 29, verses 11 through 16. Looks like these are the last sets. The Yasal. All right, last 7 in the Hebrew. That's chapter 29, verse 11.
10. Read 9.
You didn't read 10 in English.
I read 9. So you should start at 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, my fault. Chapter 29, verse 10. Wahak Warabath, Af, Apar, Lapanya, Ahal, Mawai, Wasamak, Aran, Wabanyua, Af, Yadiaham, Af, Ra'ash, Apar, verse 11. Washachataf, Af, Hapar, Lapanya, Yahweh, Bathak, Ahal, Mawai, verse 12. Walakwakaf, Madam, Hapar, Wahathatha, Al, Kwaranaf, Hamazabat, Ba'at Tazba'ayika, Wa'af, Kal, Hadam, Tashpak, Al, Yasawar, Hamazabat, verse 13. Walakwakaf, Af, Kal, Hakala, Hamakasa, Af, Hakora, Wa'af, Hayathara, Al, Hakaba, it's like Hakaba, Wa'af, Sathia, Hakaliyaf, Wa'af, Hakala, Asal, Ala Yahan, Waha Quadaraf, Hamaz Abacha, verse 14, Wa'af, Bashar, Apar, Wa'af, Irawa, Ira, Wa'af, Rashawa, Dasara, Ba'ash, Machawataza, Lamachana, Khata'af, Hawa'af, verse 15, Wa'af, Hayal, Ha, the Kwak, Wasamakua, Aran, Wabangua, Af, Yadiyaham, Al, Ra'ash, Hayal, verse 16, Washachataf, Af, Hayal, Olakukaf, Af, Damiyah, Wazarakwaf, Ayo, Amazabat, Sabbath. Back into the English, last 7 verses. Exodus chapter 29, verses 10 through 16.
Exodus 29, verse 10. And thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock. 11. And thou shalt kill the bullock before the Lord by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. 12. And thou shalt take of the blood of the bullock and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger, and pour all of the blood besides the bottom of the altar. 13. And thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards, and the caul that is above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. 14. But the flesh of the bullock, and his skin, and his dung, shalt thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. 15. Thou shalt also take 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. 16. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about upon the altar. 17.
No, we can stop it there. So that would conclude these readings for the Milwaukee's Sabbath service. We'll pick up from here next week, as we always do. Get in contact with the school near you. Pay your tithes. You can go to isupk.com. We'll close out with the prayers. Amadu, which means to stand. Find Yakudam, turn to face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Abanawa, Bashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Thabaa, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawathi Nawa, Wala'a, Tabiya Nawa, Banasawan, Abal, Hawasha Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalamyum, Aman, in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Pray for the Hakak, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Abakashah. Nathan. Lara. Call my Wakal my Hakak. Latahar. Amatazarayan. Hakak. The Hakwim. Hamathim. Hakak. Al-Rakawah. Atama'ala, Lagar son, Bashim Yahushai, Tawad Aman. In English, Yahweh, the name Yahushai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. The name Yahushai. Thank you, so big. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Barak Lanawa. Wayasha'ala. Wahabaya. Sapari. Bashem Yahushai. Tawad Aman. In English, Yahweh. The name Yahushai. Bless us in Yasha'ala. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so big. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Ahahari. Yaba'ah. Azari. Ma'ai. Shamayam. Al-Yathan. Lamawak. Galka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Na, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shalomar, Yahweh, Yahweh, Zalka, Yamika, Yawamam, Hashmash, La'a, Kaka, Bayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Karak, Yashamar, Athlapaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Atka, Baba Wa'aka, my thought, Awalam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? From Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'ala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in this time forth. and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai. Al Damiyah. Abu Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Sha'awa Ra'ash, Al-Amuka, Ya'arayamu, Sawa, Waya, Saya Atazawa, Altazapawanyika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magawi, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Awa, Kaya, Nawa Atazawa, La, Yakadwa, Alika, Baryak, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Arawam, Wayashemai Alayam, Mawab, Bahagari, Gabal, Ba'amawan, Ba'amalak, Halashat, Amishabi, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Aywa, Zarwai, Labanya Lawa, Salah, Aisha Laham, Sarah, Kayabian, Banachal, Koyashwan, Nashamagu, Bayanda Ar, Aywa, Adam, Shaitamu, Nadaya Muwa, Kairab, Wakazab, Akzaba, Waktazalmanai, Kal Nasay Kamu, Ashar, Amaru, Nairasha, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahayat, Shaitam, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Kapanyi Rawaka, Kaash, Saba Ira, Ira, Wakalahaba, Alahat, Aryam, Kanthar Datman, Basa Africa, Wabasa Wapathka, Tabalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ya'ai, Wayasaparu, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayatha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, In English, keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They've taken crafty counsel against thy people. Consulted against thy hidden ones. They've said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Doing to them is unto the Midianites. As to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. The king is done for the earth, and the nobles like Oreb, like Ted, or the princes as Sabbath, and as Zalmun, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh, my power. Make them like the wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Pray for the power structure in Hebrew. Barakateh Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Wa Alahayim. Matazabia Alawap Yahana. Alawapim. Hasaranyam. Akwatazayam Yum. Achayayolium. Wahakwatium. Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai. Tawada Amon. In English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you so big. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. The name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. Some devils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen that speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And in the school. Some devils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. So devils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, elect synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pascomatazzi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it. Front. Salute the Torah. Sorry to me. Yah Bashim Yashta Barak Yah.
Shalom Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Paragya.
Back to you. You can step down here.
Y'all about to see your stuff right here.
Y'all about to see your stuff right here. Y'all about to see your stuff right here.
Y'all about to see your stuff right here.
All right, man, a visual of Mayim Shabbat, Mayim, Barak, Yahweh, Yahweh, courtesy salute for the sisters, man, a visual, Mayim Shabbat, Mayim, Barak, Yahweh, that includes that.
Bullshit that make my head hurt. Look, I dinner burn my fingers from the Michael Drake. For the brotherhood, I dinner threw my life away. I never see them, tell them come off from their high place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They'd rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on all black, now he reading Hebrew. UPK the standard if you speak on Hebrew.